So talking about the Philippines being the chair of the ASEAN chairmanship in the year 2026, Lucio, I wanted to ask, does the Philippines has any plans or any aims to achieve in this coming year?
I think that the expectation that the Philippines will try to do its best to conclude the code of conduct this year. I think there's a lot of desire, resolve on the part of Manila to get this done, with the hope that this document will help prevent further untoward encounters in the South China Sea and help improve stability in this area. At the same time, help stabilize, the fraying ties between the Philippines and China, which is largely tied to what is going on in the South China Sea. At the same time, I think there are other deliverables, especially on the economic front, that the Philippines will try to accomplish, given, of course, what Malaysia, under its chairmanship last year, did on the trade front by upgrading the ASEAN-China Free Trade Agreement to cover green and digital economies and support for micro and small and medium enterprises. I think this year, the Philippines will, ASEAN chair, try to finalize the ASEAN-Canada FTA. I think Prime Minister Carney, in his speech in Davos, also mentioned about Canada's ongoing trade diversification, part of which includes signing FTA deals with ASEAN, as well as a bilateral one with the Philippines. And so I think the Philippines will try to leverage its position as chair of ASEAN to conclude, hopefully, a favorable FTA with an important trade partner for ASEAN, while negotiating its own bilateral FTA with Ottawa. And other items that are, in my view, low-hanging fruits is the Digital Economy Framework Agreement. I think this is an area that the Philippines can work on, given the burgeoning digital economy, not only in the Philippines, but also in ASEAN, with a very young demography and, of course, a lot of demand for connectivity to the internet, and of course the emerging technologies that can be spurred by having a regulation that will allow for the growth of these industries, and at the same time develop robust capacity to secure, the cyberspace, as well as, critical infrastructure related to the digital economy. So I think these are some of the points that the Philippines will try to secure in its chairmanship. For both, the COC, I think will be very high in the agenda. But I think Philippines will be well advised to also look into accomplishing other items, including in the technology and trade front, as well as perhaps making sure that ASEAN voices on the issue of AI and our other emerging technologies, the conversation in terms of shaping norms and standards on this, the input of developing countries like ASEAN will be heard. And